Hello and welcome back to the box seat. Scott Embry taking you through racing out of Ascot, Saturday the 12th of December 2020. Rail at 3 metres on the weekend, track a good 4, weather conditions going to be perfect, sunny and 28 degrees. We roll straight into race number 1 on Saturday, which is the Tab Touch West Speed Platinum race. And this is over 1,200 metres and the horse we're going to watch in replay, Express Time.
The outsiders, Wine Knight drives up near the middle. Danny George had found a bit of room over near the fence, a long way back he always. ZIEBELL low led. ZIEBELL with 175 to go, still clear. State Attorney looming down the outsiders, the danger. It's State Attorney going to ZIEBELL. ZIEBELL off his feet. State Attorney grabbed him, picked him up, got him right on the...
I just had to check there whether it was 1,000 metres or 1,200 metres, but that is going to be the talking point of this race. Express Time, this mare is getting better and better, but 1,200 metres, this is the first time she's going to tackle the 6 furlongs. That replay we watched there, State Attorney, very impressive, but I thought there that the third horse, which was Express Time, was equally as good in the finish there. The horse that ran second, ZIEBELL, a subsequent winner, and the horse right out the back in Resort Man, a subsequent winner, and probably one of the best bets on this Saturday's program. If Express Time can get it soft enough out in front, then I think she can run 1,200. She looks about ready to prime. So I'm going to go her way, Brad Parnham, Neville Parnham, and the grey mare Express Time in race 1. From number 6, Seminole Brave, excited to see this horse back. I like the recent trials and Gino Paletti seems to have a big opinion of this horse. 5, Fire Sale. This was as good a trial as you'll see under Mitchell Pateman. But my concern is that Brett Pope does have a bit of a virus going through his stable. He scratched all 3 horses on Wednesday, so just a little bit of an air of caution. Number 7, Next Best, and that's Morgs Freeman. Scratched last start, but I think he's going well. My numbers in the opener, 4, 6, 5 and 7. Race number 2 at Ascot, the Budget Truck Rental Handicap. Now this is for the 3-year-olds and a very impressive provincial filly and SHEZA CHALMER. We have to watch this. It was oh so impressive.
And SHEZA CHALMER now around the heels, gets towards the middle of the track as they balanced up down to the 250 under the radar, led the way down the outside Jake Star, and now winding up is SHEZA CHALMER. Boy oh boy, look at SHEZA CHALMER go, let rip in the twinkling of an eye, put pay to them, and the race is all over. SHEZA CHALMER, brilliant win, scored by 2.5 Danny Biller and...
When Patrick Carberry said go, that race was over in about 2 strides. He sat her back midfield with cover. The start previous, she led all the way to beat Testing Love. So she got the runs on the board. She comes to Saturday grade for the first time. And if you happen to catch the post-race interviews out of Ascot on Wednesday, after the win of Fair Justice, who had run midfield behind this horse, SHEZA CHALMER, Patrick Carberry gave this filly such a wonderful push. She's clearly going to be very hard to beat. I am, however, going to go with Smashing here, who backs up off 7 days out of the Sir Ernest Lestier Classic. 1,400 back to 1,200 after having run over a mile in the WA Guineas. I just think here that Chris Parnham can track the speed, and off that 7-day turnaround, I think Smashing can give this favourite a run for her money. So I'm going to go with the better value, and that is number 9 in Smashing. 7, SHEZA CHALMER. If she's as good as we think she is, she's going to take a stack of beating here. Very, very impressive at only 3 outings and deserves a crack at Saturday 3-year-old company. Number 1, Sassy Trader. Number 2 in First Law to finish out the top 4. Sassy Trader, who's just doing a little bit too much wrong for me at the moment. And First Law, definitely an improver back in trip. My numbers in race 2, 9, 7, 1 and 2. Race number 3 at Ascot is the Budget Minibus Rental, and this one's over 1,000 metres. The horse we're watching in replay, Don't Fuss, runs second here to the highly impressive Caracapo.
The wrong leg and he wobbled right off, and Romilly shot Caracapo through and he dashes to the lead. Caracapo sprints about 2 clear from Multiverse. Luke's Gold keeps coming though. Then came on the rails, Dig Deep starting to make ground. Caracapo, he's running all over the shop on the outside, running on Don't Fuss. Don't Fuss went to Caracapo. Caracapo kicked though. And
well, Don't Fuss really is suited to high pressure racing. 1,200 metres last start, back to 1,000. That's a big tick for him because this is a well-noted short course specialist. William Pike jumps back aboard, so you get that extra little bit of cream on top. But I think here, Don't Fuss, chasing the likes of Condor Heroes, chasing the likes of ZIEBELL. He's going to be hard to hold out in the finish here. And we should get around that $3 mark, which is the kind of price that you'd need. Don't Fuss here, comes into a ratings race, looks well placed, looks like he maps to get the right run. It's number 1 on top for me in race 3, that's Don't Fuss. Number 8, ZIEBELL. This horse raced outside the handicap only 7 days ago and simply ran them ragged. Comes back to 1,000 metres here. Luke Fernie's got ZIEBELL going gangbusters, and Jade McNaught really is riding him to his strength, and that is high speed. Number 3, HOBOKEN, first up here, likely to get back, but watch for him flashing late in those orange colours. Number 2, Condor Heroes, very enigmatic. If he leaves cleanly, he could lead them, but he has been just missing it a touch at the moment. My numbers in race 3, 1, 8, 3 and 2. Race number 4 at Ascot is the Amelia Park Handicap, and the horse we're watching in replay ran second last start to Laurentinio. His name is the Fugazi.
The top of the straight though, opened up 2.5 lengths now. Over on the inside, the Fugazi setting after it, but Laurentinio still going well. Laurentinio by 2, the Fugazi, position of power, followed by Bad Wolf, and further back behind them, True Attraction. Laurentinio's in front, the post is looming, so's the Fugazi, who dive but misses. Laurentinio's...
That was third up into the campaign when running second. I thought he got every chance there, sitting leaders back behind Laurentinio. But Jason Brown does what Jason Brown does best, and that was turn it into a rack and stack, sit and sprint from the 600, and he just caught the Fugazi a little bit flat-footed. That was a 72 plus in replay. This is a 66 plus on the weekend. I think he's really well placed. 72 plus, Group 3, 72, now a 66. It's far and away the easiest race the Fugazi has seen all campaign. Clint Johnston-Porter returns from suspension, so hopefully for Clint and Team Gangemi, it can be a winner in race number 4 with number 5, the Fugazi. Number 4, Phone Me. Michael Lane's only had this horse for 6 or 7 starts now in WA, but he's clearly going career best, and his run against the pattern last week was absolutely sensational. Number 1, Kelly's Callisto, a pretty hard going type. Carleen Heffel clearly going to have her hands full from out deep. But if he just gives him a little click early, gets across underneath those horses that are drawn inside gates. I think here Kelly's Callisto does give a pretty good kick. Number 7, Next Best, ATM, coming out of provincial racing, country racing, like the likes of Pinjarra and Geraldton. But I do think that Greg Cave's got this horse going particularly well. My numbers in race 4, 5, 4, 1 and 7. Race 5 at Ascot, the Crown Perth Handicap at 1,800 metres. Hard to not be impressed with the way this grey is going. It's another replay victory for Tollman.
He straightened up in front. Harry Thomas trying to join him now. Tollman to the outside, runs on Fryeresque and Money Maher. He's going to have to come around plenty of heels to get into the open. Tollman and Harry Thomas go up and head off Kelly's Callisto. It's Tollman in front. Harry Thomas fighting back tooth and nail on his inside. Tollman's in front. Harry Thomas and now Money Maher, but Tollman, the grey home. Tollman beat...
15 starts, 5 wins, a handful of minor placings as well. Paul Roberts has probably what is his stable star in Tollman, going through the grades very impressively. Troy Turner and Tollman are building a nice relationship here. He's versatile, he has tactical speed, he can sit back as well. He can basically be ridden to whatever the track pattern is come Saturday. I think Troy Turner here, he finds another winnable race with Tollman, but I am just going to go with a different form line here, and that's number 6 in MTA. Now this horse comes out of the WA Guineas last start, a race that produced the Group 1 third place getter in Dom to Shoot. It also produced Western Empire, who went around a beaten favourite, but still a favourite in the Sir Ernest Lastia Classic. We also saw Watch Me Dance go to the Group 1 Kingston Town, so it's all very good form to come back to a ratings race like this. Trevor Andrews says that MTA is on his way to a Perth Cup. Chris Parnham rides here at 54 kilos. 1,800 metre ratings race, it looks a perfect assignment for MTA, so that's the way I'm going to go, number 6. 3, Tollman, clearly he's going to be hard to beat. That replay sums up Tollman perfectly. He does everything right and he has a powerful turn of foot late. Number 4, True Attraction, bitterly disappointing last start, but if the Fugazi does win earlier on in the program, it makes that form look a little bit better. Number 5, Next Best, Canvassed. Robin Lockwood's mare does have a lot of wins in store for her, but she does need things to go her way because of her race pattern. My numbers in race number 5, 6, 3, 4 and 5. Race 6 at Ascot, the Salinger Handicap, comes around over 1,200 metres. This is a horse that's going to go right to the top, I think. Very impressed with this replay. It's Resort Man.
Top of the home straight. They balance up now. Resort Man hit the front, dash straight past Pooley. A length and a half to Comes a Time, followed by Denim Pack, Sweet Dreamin'. Yule draws the Persuader. Resort Man's nicely clear with 100 left to travel. Resort Man in front, down the outside, rattling home is Platinum Bullet, but it'll be Too Good Resort Man. Resort Man.
Well, what we don't get to see in that replay is all the work that Resort Man had to do in the early stages. Kira Yule was drawn a very awkward gate on paper, and that's exactly how it turned out. She was 3 wide early, going not really forward, not really back. She then put the foot down to burn around the outside, find the breeze outside of Pooley, and then at about the 450 metre marker, she said go again on Resort Man. He went straight past Pooley. He was able to hold off the late challenge of the Flashing Grey in Platinum Bullet. And I think here Resort Man is probably the best bet on the program. Anything north of $2 I think is probably good value in this field. The lugging bit goes on, the winkers go on, Chris Parnham goes on because Kira Yule's suspended, and Resort Man here, it's another 66 plus. He can win a 72, a 78. He looks like a listed and group commodity of the future. Best bet, race number 6, it's number 2 in Resort Man. Number 6, Platinum Bullet, it's the exact same replay. She's probably going to have to do that again. Get back, run on late, and probably run second to Resort Man. Number 5, Comfort Me, who went through the grades very impressively last campaign for Reece Radford. And 8, Downforce, returns a gelding and does have some nice 3-year-old form to his name. But my numbers in race number 6, 2, 6, 5 and 8. Race 7 at Ascot is the Morley Growers Market Handicap at 2,200 metres. There's going to be a lot of divided opinions here and a lot of different replays to watch. This one contains a fair few horses. It's Sugarcane, it's Come Right Back, it's ARAGAIN as well. This is last Saturday.
And she'd raced well clear at the top of the home straight. 300 left to run and Adornment now by 3. Here comes Maserati in the club's colours down the outside. Midnight Blue. It's Adornment still clear with 100 to run. Adornment a length and a half in front from Maserati. Down the outside is Midnight Blue. She's stopping Adornment. Midnight Blue dived. Well, I don't know.
Come Right Back, Sugarcane, ARAGAIN, Pink and Purple. There was a lot of horses to watch in that replay. We might have to do it 2 or 3 times to get the full perspective on it. But I thought that the run there, back in the field of Sugarcane, who goes around in those blue and yellow hoops, I thought was actually pretty good in that field. Beau Edwards went back, never really saw daylight, and I personally thought that she had a lot to give in the concluding stages. William Pike jumps aboard, backs up off 7 days. The last 2 wins for this mare have been off 7 days, so it's a big, big tick here. Likely to get back, so the wide draw doesn't make any real difference. And if William Pike can track up 3 wide with cover a fair way from home, I think Sugarcane's got the firepower to get over them late. Number 4 on top for me. 1, Come Right Back, a horror gate here, but definitely offset by the fact that Carleen Heffel takes off 3 kilos. Number 2, Pambella, who brings alternate form references. I've been waiting for this mare to get to a winnable race like this, but I'm not quite convinced gate number 1 overly suits her. Number 3, and that's ARAGAIN, who I've been following for a long while. She's probably coming to the end of a very fruitful campaign, but she still races really, really well. My numbers in race number 7, 4, 1, 2 and 3. Race number 8 at Ascot is the feature. It's the GA Towton Cup, a listed race at 2,200, one of the traditional lead-ups to the Perth Cup of 2021. We're watching the last start win in the Tats Cup of Royal Command.
Guard Loki ranged alongside of the stablemate Nawadaroo. They quickly race 2 in front. Royal Command popped the big question, letting down now for Pike at the 175, and Royal Command surges up. It grabs the lead now. Royal Command races away down the outside, Paddy Shadow, but the Tats Cup goes to Pike and Royal Command. Too Good for them, the favourite.
When Willie Pike pushed the button there, Royal Command showed a short, sharp turn of foot, and that race was over in the space of about 2 strides. William Pike jumps ship here. He goes with Midnight Blue, so Chris Parnham picks up the ride on Royal Command. I don't think there's a lot between them. They both wear cerise and white. They're both progressing nicely. Royal Command as a 7-year-old and Midnight Blue as a lightly raced 4-year-old. I am always drawn to that lesser weight and the lesser raced horse, the younger horse as well, and that's Midnight Blue. So I'm going to follow the lead here of William Pike and side with Midnight Blue, but not a lot between these two, and probably a 2-horse leg of the quaddie. Number 3, Royal Command, who was also impressive in that replay in the Tats Cup. Number 6, Double Digit, who's going well. And number 2, next best, Nerf Boss. He's probably the interesting horse in this race. having contested last year's Melbourne Cup. A very good winner of the Carbine Club 2 starts ago. Not a lot of luck last week in the Kingston town. My numbers in race 8, 9, 3, 6 and 2. Race number 9 at Ascot is the Iron Jack Handicap. This last start win was in the Tab Touch West Speed Platinum Series final. It was glamour packed, given a world perfect ride by Jordan Turner.
Bounces upon them though. Wild Fusion hits the front. In pursuit, Glamour Pack behind those, followed by Mood Goddess. At the 200, Wild Fusion headed by Glamour Pack. Down the outside, here's Malarab starting to run on. Glamour Pack is the leader past the 100 from Wild Fusion, Mood Goddess and Malarab. Glamour Pack kept going though, and Glamour Pack lifted home, beat Wild Fusion and
What we can't quite see in that replay is Geordie Turner just edging his way ever so slowly off the fence from about the 1,000 metre marker. That was what won this mare the race. He was able to get her off the fence, get her into clear air, and that is a key for her. She does have tactical speed, she can use up that inside draw. She's going to get the run of the race and is clearly one of the horses to beat. I am, however, going to go with Paul Roberts' little boutique stable, and I'm sticking with KITGUM, who we have been following at the Provincials. Sat outside the speed in a very fast run race last start. I think he gets the run of the race here, and like a lot of these horses, he's going to be each way in the last, number 7. From 2, Glamour Pack, this mare's going super. Colin Webster does have a pretty good opinion of her, and she can win more than just that last start feature victory. Number 1, Trade Talk. Now this horse carries big weights up in this country 70 plus grade at Geraldton. I think he's actually particularly well placed here in a 60 plus in the metro area, and might even open at 20, 30 or even 40 to 1. Number 12, and that's Mel Arab, who was oh so impressive late in that last start replay. Is a versatile type, not sure whether they'll go forward, not sure whether they'll go back. I'm going to wait until Mel Arab draws a gate, but he can play a role in the finish here. My numbers in the lucky last, 7, 2, 1 and 12. Rolling straight into best bets for Saturday the 12th of December at Ascot. I'm going early in the program. Race 4, number 5, the Fugazi to score 4th up, and then race 6, number 2, Resort Man, who realistically should nearly be odds on. Make sure you follow Perth Racing on the social medias, Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. We are now only 5 weeks away from the 2021 Perth Cup.